Hi guys, from time to time somebody calls a radio show where they deliver a message of pure joy. This was with our hero of the week, Darren, who phoned Shelagh Fogarty during this terrible time following the attack in Southport. Darren didn't just talk positively about how different cultures have improved his area, but also what he as an Englishman has done to make those who have moved to his part of the UK feel more at home, especially during a time when many of them may feel more and more threatened. Take it away, Darren.
So I'll tell you about my experience of immigration, because all this nonsense, I don't see it. I'm 55. Been a doorman for 20 years in my community. I look like a doorman. I know what I look like. But I'll tell you now, you have to make adjustments. Of course you do, to people that may be different, maybe have come from a different world. You do make adjustments. Like I sometimes when I walk down the street, I'll see some Asian women, some Muslim women, and they're a bit nervous because the way I look. So I deliberately give them a nice big smile. I'll say to them, "Good morning, young ladies, how are you?" Just to make them at ease. Yeah. But I'll tell you my experience of immigration. I'm 55. Now, I remember when I was a young nipper in the 80s, because this is the language I'm hearing. I haven't heard, well, I did start hearing it with the Brexit thing, but since the 80s. And this is my experience. See, my experience is this. In the 80s, the Jamaicans and the Bajans and all the West Indians and who I went to school with and their mums and dads had come over in the 60s, and they were our bus drivers and our nurses, and look at, they're part of our community now, and we're proud, and they're proud. You see them wearing England tops, in the 80s they supported West India. Today, cricketers, they all support the England team because they see themselves in the England team. So that's a fantastic. So my other experience is, for Saturday night, I go for a nice Indian curry on a Friday. I have a kebab on the way home. I have culture, I have colour, I've learned things around the world, music. They've enriched my life, my community. When I say my people, because I love my country and I love my people, I'm talking about the people. Doesn't matter what colour, creed, religion you are. If you live in my community, if you're in this country, you are my people. We are together.
Wonderful. This is exactly what we need to hear. It's the polar opposite of the tripe being spewed out on a daily basis by the likes of Nigel Farage and others like him. This is exactly what we want to hear. This is exactly what the people need to hear. You know, we keep hearing so much about integration, and Farage and others will try to use this as a tool to divide people. Look, there's so many people coming into Britain. Many of them don't want to integrate. Many of them will never integrate. And I keep saying, and others keep saying, that integration is a two-way process. So the people arriving have to integrate if they want to live in a society. The same as if we go to any other country in the world, we have to integrate. But also, it helps a great deal if there's somebody there with them, helping them along the way to integrate. Because maybe some people don't speak the language, they don't understand the culture, they don't understand the norms, they don't understand how things operate. And if they're helped in some way by somebody from the community, that helps that integration. But even doing simple things, we don't all have to organize events for asylum seekers. We don't all have to go down to the community and organize the bureaucracy, the paperwork, whatever, the procedures to claim asylum or refugee status or help them find jobs or whatever. We don't even have to do that. As Darren pointed out here, a smile can be a huge difference. They see him on the street, they're intimidated by him. He smiles, he says hello, and they lower their guard. Maybe they speak to him. Maybe they ask him questions, they talk to him, have a conversation. This is how we operate as reasonable people. But the problem is the likes of Farage and the right wing don't want these things to happen. They don't want situations where ordinary people, working class people, sit down together and discuss things, because they'll find common ground. The far right don't want you to find common ground. They want division. And we need to hear more from people like Darren. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.